welcome back to the channel, guys. How is everybody doing? Hope everyone had a great weekend, guys. So we had a great weekend of football. Everyone, please, if you're new, like, subscribe. Smash my way up to 125 subs, which I'm trying to get for the new year. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone had a great weekend and they enjoyed all the football. So let's talk about it, guys. So we had a good weekend of football this weekend. The top of the table changed 3 times this weekend. Chelsea starting off at top of the league. City second, Liverpool third before the weekend started, and that changed 3 times this weekend. This title is going to go down to the wire. Bye, Sammy. Oh, yes. We'll get to that in a minute, Sammy. Don't you worry, fella. So, guys, let's start off with the early kickoff. Saturday afternoon, 12:30, was West Ham versus Chelsea, London derby. And, this is always going to be a difficult game for Chelsea. West Ham, they're in, lost their last 2, but they're a decent form all round this season, up in the top 5 in the league, going really well. Hi, Jade. We didn't deserve the win against Wolves, to be honest. They were a bit aside for most of the game. And Super Sub-Origi scores with another vital win that he did. Mr. Clutch. Welcome to the channel, Jade. Hope you're doing well. So Chelsea, West Ham, it was always going to be a hard game for Chelsea. As I said, West Ham at home. They've beaten Liverpool at home this season. They've knocked Man City out of the League Cup. I think they've beaten Man United. They've turned over some good teams this season at home. They're a hard team to play against at the London Stadium. And, Chelsea with some injuries. No Chilwell. Kante's a massive miss for him. Huge miss for him is Kante. He's a problem when he's not playing for Chelsea. And obviously Chilwell at left back, because Alonso is nowhere near good enough to be Chilwell's replacement, nowhere near good enough. They had a lot of difficulties today, and a lot of problems in that game. And this was always going to be a difficult game. Their forward line obviously is not firing. They're not going off at the moment in their forward line. So it was always going to be difficult, and that's how it seemed to be. West Ham winning that game 3-2, and West Ham, they've got good players. And I think they go a bit underrated. The way David Moyes has got that team set up at the moment is got to be respected. And, Shusek and Rice in that midfield, that combination between the two of them is, it's fantastic. They're a great partnership in there, playing that pivot in that midfield area. The only problems West Ham are going to have, they keep picking up some injuries, obviously. I think they got 2 hamstring injuries in this game alone. That's to their defenders, and that could cost them. They might need to go into January and get a couple of players in over on loan or a couple of signings, because if they got hefty things of finishing in European places again this season, they really, really do need to go into the transfer market. Otherwise, they could be in a little bit of trouble. And as Sammy said, Rice can play. He certainly can. Rice, he's a decent player. I always wondered about Declan Rice. Is he a little overrated? Is he, because, British player, British press, we overrate our players a little bit sometimes. But the more I've seen Declan Rice play, the more of a player he is. I think there was a lot of talk early in his career that he was going to be a centre-half. That was a lot of the talk, because he can defend well. So a lot of the talk is that Rice will go back into centre-back position, and that would be his positions, like mainly in his career. But I think that talk's got to stop now, because at the moment, as a defensive midfielder, which he basically is, he's that deepest line midfielder for West Ham, and his reading of the game is really good. He's got a great reading of the game, and he can play. He's got a nice pass to him. He's got strength. He can run. he's got a lot to his game, and I don't know how long West Ham can keep hold of him. I know he was a former Chelsea boy, the youth product that they sold and went to West Ham, but he might love the club, but I don't think West Ham are going to give him what you know his ability deserves. I can see him at a far bigger club going forward. But Chelsea, Chelsea have got 8 points in their last 5 games and are struggling quite a bit. They are starting to struggle a little bit, and 8 points in their last 5 games isn't good enough at this moment in time when Liverpool and Man City are breathing down their neck. I mean, look at Chelsea. They struggle with goals in their front line. Their defence usually gets them out of a lot of trouble. Gets the odd goal in there, gets sometimes the winners. Reece James has been getting winners lately. Chilwell's been getting winners or equalisers. Thiago Silva's popping up with goals. They need attackers in that club. Timo Werner ain't scoring goals. He's not scoring goals. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I think, is a really good player. I don't think he's going to get you enough goals. Like Lukaku's a good player. He's a decent player. He's not. I don't believe he's a world-class striker, but for games against West Ham, that's where you want Lukaku to step up. And when he came on the sub, I thought he was absolutely useless. But he's coming back from injury, so I've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. But going forward, he's probably their best forward. They got some problems there in their forward line, Chelsea, that I think they might actually need to look at, to be fair. I know you don't rate Lukaku, but he is Chelsea's best tackler. Oh, yeah, he's Chelsea's best tackler by miles. I mean, Timo Werner has been there like a season and a half now, and he's just not improving. Kai Havertz, I mean, when are we going to see Kai Havertz, Shai Havertz get to where apparently his talent tells us he should be? Because he's had a whole season, last season with Chelsea, his breakthrough season. He had that time to get used to the league, get used to the club. And now, halfway, Christmas time is usually halfway down the season. So he's almost had a season and a half, and we're still not seeing the best of him. And I know he's got a lot of talent, so people will give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a young player and he has got abundance of talent and he could come good eventually. But when will Kai Havertz come good eventually? Is he going to be like this whole season and you're thinking about he's going to be all right this third season? How long do you give him? This is the problem they've got. At the moment, their best, apart from Lukaku, their best sort of forward is Mason Mount. He scored a tremendous goal on Saturday afternoon. That volley was a tremendous goal. Ziyech, he's another one from Ajax. I just don't think, he looks good in flashes, looks good in bits, but he's not really hammering down a place in the team. He's not something that worries you as an opposition player. When's he going to come good? And, Pulisic, who I really rate, I really like Pulisic, but he's too injury prone. But if Pulisic stays fit, I think he could be a heck of a player. I really do. And at the moment, that is Chelsea's main problem, because they make a lot of chances for themselves because of the way they play. Their wing backs are basically like left and right midfielders, and they stay really high up, and they always stay in and around the edges of the box, waiting for crosses into the ball. They spam a lot of crosses into the ball, Chelsea. They look like they're doing a lot in the opposition's box, but they're not actually doing that much. They don't actually create a lot of clear chances in a game. And their defenders are really, really, helping them out at the moment, winning games. And that is always go to eventually stop you in your tracks. And you look at their last few games. So they're quite lucky against Watford. You know, you know, very lucky against what I thought Watford played well enough to get a draw in that game. Chelsea didn't look good at all. Man United, if Fred had anything about him, he would have got the winner in that game. And then obviously against West Ham, it's like our team's starting to find Chelsea out a little bit, the way they play. No matter how Chelsea play, they always play the three at the back, the two wing backs, the two holders in midfield, and then your three attackers, your three or four attackers. That's how Tuchel always play with Chelsea. That's how they've always faced since Tuchel came in. He hasn't changed anything about it. And I just wonder if teams are starting to work them out a little bit, because I noticed when Kante ain't playing, Jorginho is not the player he is with Kante alongside him. Because if you pressure the ball on Kante, if you put pressure on Jorginho, if you put pressure on Jorginho and you press him and you put him under pressure, he gives away a ball a lot. He shrinks up. As I said earlier, he shrinks up like a crab hitting boiling water. He really, he gives the ball away. And you saw that a few times in the West Ham game. And you saw it for West Ham's goal, for their penalty, where they put a lot of pressure on Jorginho. And he passed it back blindly to Mendy. It weren't the greatest pass, and yes, Mendy should have just cleared it into the stands instead of doing what he did, and then obviously brought Bowen down and clear penalty. And then I think was it Bowen putting them 2-1 up. Bowen putting them 2-1 up again. Jorginho gets pressured in that midfield area. They put pressure on Jorginho, and he just shrinks in the atmosphere, and he doesn't know what to do. Jorginho is a fantastic footballer if he's given a lot of time on the ball. That's why he was very good in Italy, and he's very good for the Italian national team, because they find a way to have Jorginho have a lot of time and space on the ball. And when he doesn't have that time and space, he has a lot of trouble, and he shrinks up. Hi, Doug. How are you, fella? You good? Hope you're well, my man. Hope you're well. Yeah, and Jorginho just shrinks up like a crab in boiling water, as I keep saying. And you put him under pressure, and he goes a little bit, and that's what West Ham did for West Ham's two goals. So they put him under pressure for the penalty. They really pressed him from both sides, came in towards him, and he passed it back blindly. Mendy, yes, Mendy should have done better. Just knock it into the ground. Don't mess about with it. But obviously he brought down Bowen for the penalty. And then the second one, Bowen's goal, it's again pressure in the midfield. They can see Jorginho in that position is a weak link up without Kante next to him. And they put all the pressure on him. And Bowen's goal came from that pressure in that midfield area. And I do think Jorginho without Kante can be a bit of if you can get at him, because what Jorginho is good at doing, he's good at finding space. So when he finds space and he's got time, he could be an extremely good footballer with the ball. And but when he hasn't got that time and he hasn't got Kante next to him, I think Chelsea have some problems there. And West Ham exploited that. Man United exploited that again. His mistake cost Chelsea that goal. Against Watford, he wasn't great either, being put under a lot of pressure. I think that's what people are looking at now. Put pressure on Chelsea through the middle of the park, through the middle of the pitch. Don't worry about the wide areas. Put all the pressing pressure on Chelsea in that middle of the park area, especially when Kante ain't playing, and they have a lot of trouble. Hi, Christopher. How are you, my man? Hope you're good. I like that Canate picture, man. That's cool. Bowen gets the second goal. Lovely finish by Bowen. Look, with Jarrod Bowen, I've been saying for a long time now. I think even last season I was on about Jarrod Bowen. I was on about him. I liked him in the summer. I know we was linked to him in the summer, and a lot of Liverpool fans like, we could do better on Bowen. But when I look at Bowen's skill set and what he does, I think he'd be a great he's a Klopp type of player. He's a very, very good player. He's a very good player, Jarrod Bowen, and I can see him in the Liverpool squad. I really can. And now I see like people used to laugh at me saying Bowen, no, he's not good enough and all that. And now on Twitter, all you're seeing is verified accounts on Twitter saying like, oh yeah, Bowen would be good for Liverpool. Bowen would be good for Liverpool. He's a Klopp type player. He's a Klopp type player, and I wouldn't be surprised if we did go in for Jarrod Bowen. I really like him. Good player. Never stops running. The man never stops. He must be a nightmare to play against. Christopher, it seems Chelsea can't handle the pressure. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I mean, they've had it their own way a lot lately, and you know, I don't know if it's the pressure in say, but when they haven't got certain players there, like your Chilwells and your Kantes, they're definitely not. They're a totally different team. I mean, they've only got 8 points in their last 5 games. You know, that's why people have been catching them up now, and that's why they're down to third. I mean, it's all very close, but these wins and losses all start to mount up, and you know, the draw to Man United. That's at the end of the day, they got lucky against Watford. I mean, got really lucky. Unfortunately, that fan was really ill and the game had to be stopped. But Watford were on top of the game before that happened, and it was a shame. And you know, now we know the fan's feeling better now, and he's doing well. So that's great news to hear. But you know, before all that happened, Watford were on top, and then after the restart again, Watford was still, taking it. Chelsea got lucky. They got away with it. The Man United, they dropped points. I'm just wondering if teams are starting to figure them out a little bit. It'd be interesting to see the next few games how teams go up against them. Because I know Kovacic is back in training, apparently. Chelsea fans are saying he's back in training, so it'd be a big plus for him. But I'd like to see how teams go at Chelsea going forward, because there is definitely something there. If you put pressure in the middle of the park, especially and isolate Jorginho, if you can isolate Jorginho, like Man United did, Watford almost did it, and West Ham did it the weekend, there is definitely something there. Not many people talk about Alisson say when he caught the power of. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll get to that in a minute, Christopher. That was it's his footwork again. You know, a lot of goalkeepers have had to dive for that and then put it around the post. But I went back and watched it. Actually, I'll talk about that now to you, Christopher. I'll talk about that quickly. I went back and watched the game, because when you watch the game live, you're like, because of the way the game was, you don't pay attention to a lot of things all the time. So I went back and watched it again the next day. And when he's lining up the shot, you watch Alisson's eyes. His eyes watch his feet, and he moves to the left. As soon as he pulls that foot back to have the shot, Alisson's already moving to the left-hand side, and it's a simple catch for him. He makes it look so easy. Everyone's like, well, it was just a simple catch. What's so mad about that save? People don't understand. It's the positioning in goal. It's his footwork. His positioning in goal is as good as I've ever seen. I'm telling you, it's as good as I've ever seen his positioning in goal. He makes the difficult look really easy at times, and because he makes it look easy, everyone thinks it is easy, and don't give him his props. The man should be getting his flowers, if you ask me. But yeah, again with the Chelsea game, so they went down to third, and then obviously let's talk about it. Liverpool. As I've got there, Liverpool win. Mr. Clutch Origi gets the winner. D9, as we're going to call him from now on. You got your R9s, we've got D9, Divock Origi, Mr. Clutch. And it was a frustrating game. I found a way to watch it, because it was obviously a 3:00 kickoff. So I found a way to watch it, and man, it was a crazy game. Crazy. The Wolves came and set up defensively. That was their game plan. We'll come, set up defensively. We don't want to get hammered here by Liverpool, who have been hammering everyone. Wolves have got a great defensive record. I think they got the 4th best defensive stats in the league. They've conceded 1 goal in 300 minutes, I think it is. So the Wolves are in great form, you know, that way. They're not scoring a lot of goals, but they're not conceding a lot. And they just they tightened the screw even tighter against Liverpool. You know, they tightened the screw even tighter, and they defended really well and frustrated Liverpool a lot for that 90 minutes. Frustrated me watching it as well. I let you know that right now. I was frustrated as hell watching this game because knowing that Chelsea dropped points, Liverpool always seem to drop points when our rivals drop points. I mean, last time we did it was against West Ham, you know, and Brighton. Our Man City dropped points, losing to Chelsea, and then we draw to Brighton, you know, and then we always seem to find a way to do that. But yeah, this time it was you know, a lot different. Christopher says Jota's normally more composed in front. Oh yeah, it was a weird one. It was a weird one for Jota. So we didn't have many chances in the game, like clear cut. We made a lot of chances. But we didn't have a lot of clear cut chances. But the one clear cut chance we did have was the mistake by the goalkeeper, and Jota took the ball off him. Jota did everything else really well. Got the ball, drove in on goal. Two defenders went on the goal line, but it's still so much. It was harder to miss than it was to score. And for some reason, Jota just got the ball. I mean, he could have taken a couple of more touches and just hammered it into the corner. Could have done anything. You know, one thing he couldn't have done was put his head down and just shoot it straight at the defender's stomach. I mean, that was just, I don't know what that was about. That's when you really wish it was Salah on the ball. That's when you really wish it was Salah on the ball, because Salah would just have a touch, composed himself, and just put it in the corner, no problem. But Jota sometimes puts his head down too soon and just gives the ball a smack. And I'd like him, you know, to work on that a little bit, just get a bit more finesse into his finishing, because he's done that a few times. And, you know, Jota missed another one as well, the header. I mean, Jota's great in the air. For a man his size, what is he, 5'7", 5'8"? Not a tall man. And but he's fantastic in the air. And I think there was that one cross from Trent, and he was at the far post. He had a free header, and he put it quite wide. And that was a bit of another miss, especially for the man Jota's quality, especially in the air. How good he is actually in the air. So yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment as well. It was a game of half chances. I think we had one when Robbo crossed it, and it looked like Salah was about to have a tap in, but Connor Cody? No, not Connor Cody. Was it Saeed? I can't remember how you pronounce his name. Came across Salah and blocked it before it went in. So we had little half chances there, and then you get into the 80th minute and you're thinking, we ain't going to score today. We're just not going to score today. And then Klopp gets Mr. Origi warmed up, and the rest is history. Absolutely, the rest is history. Gets Origi warmed up, and so Klopp basically tells Origi to go on and do Divock. That was his team talk to it. That was his instruction to Divock Origi. He just told him, go out there and be Divock. Just go out there and be Divock, and that's what he wanted. Origi went on and did what Klopp told him to do: be Divock, Mr. Clutch, and like he's done in the past. Game against Newcastle, gets the last minute winner. A few years ago when he got the last minute winner against Newcastle and was still running for the league against Man City. Obviously, he gets the goals against Barcelona in the Champions League. Got the winner against Everton. And then gets the winner in a Champions League final. And then gets the winner in a Wolves game. And it was so important as well. But we've got to talk about for 1 minute the part Virgil van Dijk and Salah played in this game. Because there was two passes and then the goal. So Virgil van Dijk has the ball in his own defensive half, and he hit a beautiful diagonal all the way to Mo Salah on the right-hand side of the attacking half. It's a beautiful ball by Virgil van Dijk. No one's really talking about it because of what happened just after. So he puts a lovely diagonal ball into Salah's path. Salah's first touch, chef's kiss, man. It was his first touch was beautiful. Took him straight past the defender. It was an amazing first touch. Kept it in his stride, and then he put a lovely ball across the box. And Origi, to his credit, he backs the goal. He's backs the goal. He's still got a bit of work to do. So he's backs the goal, receives the ball. His first touch is fantastic because it stays inside his body. He's able then to turn and then put the ball in with the same foot. And it was a great goal. It's a great team goal. And then Mr. Clutch, as Christopher says here, Mr. D9. That's where we're all going to call him from now on, guys. Mr. D9 gets the winner. And when you saw how Klopp and the bench reacted to the winner, you know how important this is. We might be only 15 games into the season, but Chelsea dropping points, City playing after us. We're 7 points. Third to fourth place is a 7-point gap already. So these top three teams are going to be the top three teams coming into the season, and it's so important not to let any team run away with it, especially Manchester City. Because Manchester City run away with it, it's all over. So it's very important that you could just see the reaction from the bench, and my reaction seeing it at home, I almost had a heart attack. But it was a massive 3 points in a hard game, and it was a championship winning game. That sort of game is, and we've got Villa obviously on weekend, home to Villa. Sir Stephen George Gerrard comes back to Anfield managing a team. It's going to be extremely weird, guys. It's going to be obviously I want to batter every team we play, but part of me does not want us to batter Aston Villa. And it's going to be a tight game. I know it's at Anfield, so we've got a bit of benefit of the doubt there, but it's going to be a hard game because Stevie's got this Villa team moving. Even in Villa's defeat to Man City last week, Villa still put up. They had a lot of chances in that second half. They played really well. So we've got to be so wary of this Villa team. Stevie's got them playing the way he likes them to play. They're playing the way Stevie played as a footballer. And that's how Villa are going to play. And but Stevie ain't going to come to Liverpool and do us any favours. He'll want to win. He said it himself. He'll want to win. He'll want to beat Liverpool. But, the form we're on at the moment, the way we're playing, especially at home, at home with a crowd, we don't lose at home. I mean, I know we lost at home last season, we lost 6 games at home in a row, but there was no fans. So, with fans, I mean, Virgil hasn't lost at home in the league with fans. Just put it that way. He's been there 4 years or 3 years. So, but I'm looking forward to that game. I'll do a preview on that I'll do a preview on that Friday night, the Liverpool Villa game. So look out for that Friday night. I will do a preview for that. It's just we needed that 3 points, but I can't really put it into words how much we needed that 3 points because obviously Manchester City were playing Watford at 5:30. It was a 5:30 kickoff, and look, Watford have been doing all right under Ranieri. He's picking up some points here and there. I mean, he beat Everton 5-0. I mean, how do you do 5-2 or whatever it was? How do you do that? He's had decent results. He's not been really battered too much, apart obviously when Liverpool played them and that. But going to Man City, they're at home to Man City, but playing Man City it's extremely difficult. And this Manchester City team, it's quite scary. They got 20 players they can play. You think of their squad. I thought Chelsea had the best squad in the league at the beginning of the season. I don't think they do anymore because you see the players when they leave, no Kante, they're struggling. No Chilwell, Alonso ain't a good enough replacement. And their forward line ain't scoring goals. And when you look at this Manchester City team, they've got 20 players. 20 players that could easily get into that first team and they won't look any different. And that's the scary point of view. Liverpool, we've got 14 players we can rely on. That's our squad. We've got 14 players. You know, if they all stay fit all season, we've got a massive chance. No doubt about it. But they've got 20 players they can play. You know, they've got a player for every position. They've got 2-3 players for every position. It's ridiculous. It's scary. It's scary how good they are at times. Kevin De Bruyne hasn't done much this season. No, he hasn't, Sammy. But that's the thing. Kevin De Bruyne was City's main player a few years ago. I don't think De Bruyne is the player he used to be. Last season, this season so far, I just don't think he's got that magic about him anymore. I think the injuries have really taken their toll on his body a bit. He's always going to have that pass in him. He's always going to have that quality, world-class pass in him. He'll always have it. He'll be 60 years old and he can be able to still whip them passes into the box like no one else can. But they're saying, I just think his body, the injuries on his body might have taken a toll on him. And I think that's affecting him a bit. But they don't miss him. This is the thing. They don't miss him. And look, Liverpool last season, we lost Virgil van Dijk, obviously, and we finished third in the league. So us losing Virgil van Dijk doesn't cost us top four, because last year we lost Virgil van Dijk, but we finished third in the league. What it cost us is winning the title. With Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool have a much better chance of winning the title. Man City doesn't need Kevin De Bruyne to win the title. That's how scary Man City squad is. That's the problem, Man City squad. That's how scary it is. And that's how much I'm worried more about Man City than anyone else. I've been saying it. Everyone knows I've been saying it, especially on my channel. Chelsea, I think, are a quality side. The European champions, obviously. They've got a lot about them. They've got a good manager in Tuchel, quality manager in Tuchel, quality coach. But I always thought Chelsea might just slip behind Liverpool and Man City, because I just feel Liverpool and Man City on their day with their teams, especially their first 11s they put out, I think are the two strongest teams in the league still. And I always said it. You know, the only team to put a real challenge on Man City when they go for league titles is Liverpool. You know, obviously that season when City won the league, we finished 1 point above them, 1 point behind them in 97. They finished on 98. It was the best title race between two teams ever. The following season, Liverpool just carried on that momentum and just stormed the league, and City couldn't keep up. And then this season, it looks like it's going back to that Liverpool Man City competition, where it looks like it's them two with Chelsea as well. Chelsea ain't going nowhere. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think Chelsea can run away with the league, just because of the way they play. And their forward lines don't score enough goals, and they you know, like we've seen, when their forwards don't score, they can't always rely on their defenders and midfielders to get them out of trouble. But Man City don't need a striker. This is a scary thing. You know, Gabriel Jesus is dog food. He's crap. But they don't need a striker. And look at, they can run away with games. They can beat teams 2-1, 2-0 every week. They don't need to score 4, 5 or 6 anymore like the old Man City used to. They're winning games 1-0 or 2-1 or 2-0 now. They don't need to blow away teams. And they can carry on that run. I think Liverpool can carry on that run as well. Obviously, you've got the African Cup of Nations in January. It could affect us, could not. I mean, it might be only 2 league games that Neymar, Mane and Salah will miss. And, you know, we should be able to cope for 2 league games. We can't let Man City run away with it. This is a majority of Liverpool channel, so all I talk about all the other Premier League teams and everything, but it's majority of Liverpool channel. And we can't let Man City just run away with it. So we have to keep the pressure on. And that's why that when Origi scored the winner, the bench went crazy. I've not seen our bench go that crazy for a winner in a long time. And there's a reason behind it because Klopp and the team know you cannot let this Man City team run away with this league because they will. If they're in front, they're going to stay in front. So we need to stay on them. 1 point is 1 point. It can be. You've got to be there. But yeah, it was a good result for Liverpool in the end, although we didn't play well. Just shows you don't always have to play well to get the 3 points. And, we've got Villa next. That's going to be a difficult game, which I'll talk about on Friday night. But yeah, let's get to some other games. Let's read your comments first. Injuries are killing him too, yeah. They definitely are with Kevin De Bruyne. Pep gifted Chelsea the Champions League with that lineup. Yeah, that was a weird one. I mean, I'll go back to that game still and look at it and I can't believe the team he put out. He didn't play a defensive midfielder. Just played this attacking midfield, this complete attacking midfield. And it was a weird one. Yeah, it was a weird one. I wonder if Pep goes back to it and think, I should never have done that. But Pep does this in Europe. He's got this thing about doing this in Europe. He did it against Lyon a couple of seasons back when he played this weird team against Lyon and he got beaten in both legs. He did it. Who else did he do it? I think when he was Bayern Munich manager, he did it against Real Madrid and Real Madrid smashed him up. He's got this weird thing about overthinking games in Europe, and it is weird. Just play your best 11. Play your best 11. If City just played their normal best 11 against Chelsea, they'd have won that final. But City need a Champions League. They need a Champions League. They can't go down in history as a great side unless they win the Champions League for me. Sammy says, I think United catch up Chelsea by the end of the season. I don't rate Chelsea. See, look, let's get to that United game. United and Palace, a 1-0 win for United. And United look a completely different team in one game. It's quite shocking how quick Ralph Rangnick had an impression on them. They sort of played a 4-2-2-2 formation. And it sort of worked. And they looked completely different. Although they really tired. I mean, they were pressing. But they looked really tired towards the end of the game. Like the last 20 minutes. They were knackered. And I know from when Klopp took over Liverpool, he got the team running and pressing every single game. And we started to pick up quite a few injuries because of it. Because it's that way of playing for 90 minutes every single match is exhausting. And it's only like the last few seasons that Liverpool are able to do it all the time. That's why, when you watch Liverpool attack for 90 minutes every game, people wonder how you do it. It's just the fitness levels you need to play that way are very high. And, obviously it's going to take a while for Man United to get their fitness levels to play this way. But you can see there's something there already, which is a worry because United have got quality players. And if United play that way, if United keep playing this way, and they get their fitness up, they're going to be a problem. I mean, I don't think they'll catch Chelsea up because I just don't think anyone's going to catch up the top three teams. I think third to fourth place at the moment is a 7-point gap. Third to fifth place is like a 10-point gap. I know we're 11 points in front of Arsenal and they're fifth, I think. So it's a huge gap. It's a massive gap. I don't think anyone will catch the top three, but I do think Man United could get fourth. It's got to be them or Spurs for me who'll get fourth place. But yeah, Man United look like a totally different team. Although Palace did have a chance right near to the end, but United, they've got an easy fixture list. This is the thing though. I will say, the rest of this month, going into January, I think Man United played the bottom 10 teams in the league. They got an easy fixture list. And if they're going to play this way, they're going to pick up a lot of points. So, yeah, they could be favourites for that fourth spot now, easily. But I don't want to talk about Man United. Let's talk about the comedy Sammy wants to talk about this. Let's talk about the comedy show that was Arsenal today. Now, you probably won't find any Arsenal fans no more. And Arsenal fans better not be bigging up their team no more. This Everton team is trash. Absolute trash. We spanked them 4-1. It could have been more. It was easy work. Yeah. We spanked Arsenal 4-0. Easy work. Arsenal come here. Oh, they're an improved team. We're an improved side. Arsenal are back. Gabriel and Ben White are as good as any centre back partnership in the league. They're a championship winning centre back partnership. Blah, 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 blah. Tierney's back at left back. Blah, 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 blah. Odegaard's as good as young player anywhere in Europe. Blah, 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 blah. No, you're crap. You're absolutely crap. I am sick to death of massive Arsenal fans coming on social media, on their YouTube, bigging up Arsenal. You are crap. I do not want to hear it no more. I am sick to the back teeth of Arsenal. Aubameyang, useless. Absolutely useless, Aubameyang. See his chance today. He's like 8 yards out, and he puts the shot about 8 yards wide. The man's gone. The man is useless. He got his 400 grand a week paycheck, and he's been dog shit ever since. Lacazette can't move. Lacazette's terrible. When was the last great game Lacazette played? When was the last game Lacazette played where you're like watching as a rival thinking, wow, Lacazette's a good player. No, you get him going, he's going to look good, he's going to look saucy. No, never. No one's ever done it. Lacazette's terrible. I could go on. I'm sick to the back teeth. I am sick to the back teeth of Arsenal. And I don't even hate Arsenal as a football club. I don't even hate Arsenal as a football club, but their fans do my fucking head in. Right, I might get demonetised because I'm swearing, but Arsenal fans do me effing head in. When they signed Pepe, I remember Arsenal fans. You can go on YouTube and AFTV or whatever, do any of the Arsenal fan channels, whatever. Go on YouTube, right? When they bought Pepe, they said they had the best front three in the country now. And Liverpool's front three move over because Pepe, Aubameyang, and Lacazette is the new best front three. Not even played a game, and they already called them the best front three. Just shut up. Pepe, £75 million you wasted. Absolute wasted. And you're paying what, Lille, £4? Well, you're paying Lille £4 a week or something like that on bloody payback. It's terrible. They're awful. Awful footballers. Ben White, 50 million. Brighton are laughing. You spent 50. Oh, you spent 50 million on Ben White. Brighton are like, can you believe it? No. Gabriel. Oh. When Liverpool played Arsenal fans put Gabriel and Ben White ahead of Matip and Van Dijk in their combined 11s. Can you believe that? This is Arsenal fans. They just don't know when to shut up. Your team's jank. Your manager's jank. Yeah? Your ownership is jank. Your stadium is jank. Yeah? Everything about you. Stop going on. It does my head in. No, this is me ranting now. You got me ranting, Sammy. And it does my tits in. I can't stand them. As I said, Arsenal's a team I've got respect for. They're the third biggest team in England, trophy wise. Chelsea fans might argue it because Arsenal have never won a European Cup, but domestically, Arsenal are the third biggest team in England. And I've got respect for Arsenal as a football club, but at the moment, their fans do my head in. They absolutely do my head in. It's like, there you go. Sammy remembers. That's it. That's what the fans said. Fuck Salah, fuck Mane, fuck Firmino. I remember it. Yeah, exactly. And they've not even played a game yet. And I think because we played Arsenal the following weekend when they said about that, and then we smashed them 5-1. Do you remember that? We smashed them 5-1 that game. Saka hardly ever scored. Look, I like Saka. I will say he's a very good footballer. But I think he's got like 2 goals in a year or something ridiculous like that, or 8 months, 2 goals in 8 months. They go on about him like he's he's Jesus Christ. He's second coming. He's got 2 goals in 8 months, and he's a winger. It's not good enough. He's a very good footballer. I won't have him. I'm not going to slag Saka off. Saka is a very good footballer, but Stop bigging players up more than they are. Emil Smith Rowe. I like Emil Smith Rowe. I think he's a talented footballer. And I've said it, I don't think there's a lot between him and Mason Mount. I really don't. I think he's a talented footballer. But Jesus Christ, the Croydon and Messi and all this crap, bigging him up. You know, they put him in front. They said he was better than Thiago. I will not forget this. Not in my lifetime. Not in my lifetime. Partey, yeah. Oh, do you remember when they bought Partey and they brought out a music video and they were doing all that dancing and all that sort of stuff? And there was a song. There's a song about him that they made up and did a music video. He's trash. What has he ever done? He's awful. Atletico Madrid got rid of him for a reason. He weren't good enough. Oh, stop picking up your players. You've got so many troubles. You lost to Everton 2-1. Everton had 2 goals disallowed that were razor thin offsides. Richarlison, I mean, these 2 offside goals that Richarlison scored, 2 goals that got disallowed today, were razor thin offsides. They weren't like that far offside. We're talking like that offside. You know, a toenail offside on both goals. You know, otherwise it would have been 4-1. It could have been 3-1 at the end of the game if Iwobi looked up instead of smashing into the goalkeeper. They got beaten easily by Everton, who are in dire shite. And you come here and you keep with your bollocks, and it pees me off. Absolutely pees me off. Sorry about the rant. Where's the party at? Yeah, where is the party at? Where is he at? Where is that at? Yeah. Oh, look. I'd rather have Jordan Henderson than Partey every single day of the week. I'd rather have James Milner over Partey every day of the week. At least I know Milner's going to give me 90 minutes and he won't stop for me. You know. Oh, I'm sorry about the rant, guys, but it needed to come out. It needed to come out. You know, to say it's not Arsenal as a football club itself. I respect Arsenal as a football club. I always will do. But some of their fans, I know a few of their fans like Luca. You know, he's got his own Arsenal YouTube channel. He's a good bloke. He doesn't big up. He's not like some of the fans that big up players that they know is not good enough. He's like respectful. He knows what he's talking about. But some Arsenal fans on here, Jesus Christ. I just don't get. I just don't get it. You lost to Everton. It could have been 4 or 5-1. You know, for Iwobi at the end of the game made it 3-1, and then the 2 offside goals that were razor thin. Where's this Arsenal? Where is this new Arsenal? That's what I want to know. Where's this new Arsenal at? You know, all I heard is the football terrace. I talk about the football terrace. I love the football terrace. What Terry Floors does over there is amazing. Absolutely amazing. That channel is fantastic. Probably the best, you know, the best football YouTube channel you can on YouTube. You know, obviously Kopish is the best Liverpool channel for me, but for best, just all the football teams talking about the Big Six and what they produce over there. Football Terrace is an amazing channel. You know, and he's been trying to tell Arsenal fans on there that come on, like your Jessicas and your Agals and stuff like that, stop overhyping your players. It's all going to go wrong for you. You know, stop doing it. Stop overrating them. You know, and there's a video going around yesterday or the day before of that young lady, Jessica, the American lady, who was a lovely lady and all that, but she was digging out Liverpool, saying we weren't coming in the top 4 and all this sort of stuff. But I get what she was saying because, you know, it's before the season started. She didn't know it was going to be this good and she was going on what happened the previous season. But your team's not, it's not good, guys. It's not good. It's the same Arsenal as it has been for the last 2 seasons. You finished 8th in the last 2 seasons, and there's a reason you finished 8th in the last 2 seasons, because you're not good enough. And the only reason you are where you are in the league this season is because Tottenham haven't been good enough, Leicester haven't turned up this season, Everton have been awful, and Villa sacked their manager because they lost 5 in a row. You know, once them teams start to get going again, Arsenal will drop down again. Arsenal are the same team they have been for the last 2 years, and I won't have Yeah, I won't have no one tell me any different. Yeah, they beat Newcastle. Whoa, yeah, everyone beats bloody Newcastle. They've won one game all season. You know, everyone beats Newcastle. You beat the teams you should be beating, but you got outclassed by Everton today. It's not like Everton grabbed. You know, it was you played all over Everton, and Everton got 2 lucky goals. Nothing like that. You know, I mean, Gray's finish, Demario Gray's finish was fantastic, absolutely fantastic for the second goal. I can't remember whose shot it was that hit the crossbar, and then Richarlison coming in with the header. Where's your defenders at? No one picking anyone up. No one after the second ball. No pressure. Aaron Ramsdale. Right, Aaron Ramsdale. Well, Arsenal fans have bigged up like he's Gianluca Buffon, right, part 2. Yeah. He saves shots that are straight at him. Yeah. As soon as the ball goes left to right of him, they go in. You know, they go in. If you shoot straight at Aaron Ramsdale, he makes the. I've said it on this channel for ages now. Aaron Ramsdale makes easy shots look spectacular because he does all this twisting and jumping crap and all that instead of just catching the ball. But when you do a shot that's left or right of him, he hasn't got a chance. He hasn't got a chance. He didn't even move for the Demarai Gray shot. Didn't even move. Didn't even make an effort. Terrible. Absolutely awful. You know, and in Iwobi could have made it 3-1 towards the end of the game, but instead of playing the ball across the 6-yard box or a tap in, he went for a shot because he's playing against his former club. But he shot it straight at Ramsdale's chest. The 2 offside goals, as I said, were razor thin. You know, especially at Richarlison's second offside goal with Gabriel. His toenail, it was like, works out as like 6 millimeters offside. He was 6 millimeters offside. It worked out or something ridiculous like that. Now, Arsenal got peppered. They got well beat. Could have been 4-5-1. They offered nothing. Yeah, Odegaard had a shot. He had a chance when it opened up for him in like the 87th minute. But other than that, nothing. Absolutely nothing from Arsenal. I thought all you hear is Arsenal are going to come back. You know, these losses to Liverpool and Manchester United don't matter because we're going to beat teams like Newcastle and Everton, and then we stay where we are and all this malarkey. No, you've lost to Man United, and you've lost to Everton in a row. You just lost 2 games in a row. And Man United have won 2 games in a row where you've lost 2 games. So they're right back on you now. And I don't want Man United to take over Arsenal. Really don't. I want Man United in the gutter. But Arsenal are just the crap. I'm absolutely sick and tired of their fans with the stuff. It just annoys me. Yeah, exactly, Sammy. Same old Arsenal. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. And Arteta is the most egotistical, cocky manager I've ever met in my life or seen in my life. He acts like he is. Arteta walks about and acts like he is a fantastic manager, like he's had a managerial career like Pep Guardiola or Klopp or Alex Ferguson or Mourinho or all these amazing managers. But he's won, he won 1 FA Cup, and he thinks his shit don't stink. Oh, I can't stand him. Arsenal will never make progress under Arteta. They won't. Pickford or Ramsdale. I'll have Pickford over Ramsdale, and I don't think Pickford's that great either. But I just don't think Ramsdale's that good of a goalkeeper. I've been saying it. Go back and look at all the saves Ramsdale's done this season. They're all saves he should save, but then he makes them look spectacular because he's having shots straight at him, right? And he should just collect them, get on with the game. But what he does that twisting, jumping stuff like that and makes it look ridiculous. And then everyone's like, oh my God, what save? Oh my God, that was. Did you see Ramsdale? I've got to get on Twitter. Oh my God, Ramsdale, what's a save? When you're thinking, no, he could have just caught it. I don't know what he's chatting about. He's dog shit. I just don't get the. Oh, they picked their team up so much. It's so irritating. I'm going to have an aneurysm thinking about it. But I've ranted on Arsenal. Sammy, you've got what you wanted. I've ranted on Arsenal. I hope that was fun for you guys because I needed to get that out. I haven't been able to get it out for a while. But now I think I am cleansed now, guys. I've got I've got my Arsenal rant out, and if anyone missed it, you know, someone timestamp my rant for me and put it in the comments for us, guys. If any of you could do that, Sammy, Christopher, if any of you could do that, timestamp when my rant started in the comments for me and whack it down for us, because I needed to say it. I've been getting sick and tired of it. I keep hearing this Arsenal crap all the time, and yeah, it does my head in. And just when I saw that, I'm going to go again here. When Liverpool played Arsenal and they did their combined 11, and look, at the end of the day, no Arsenal player gets in the Liverpool team. So when they did their combined 11 and they had like 4 Arsenal players, you know, I was like, who picked this team? You know, 4 Arsenal players. I was like, who picked this team? You know, don't let them bully you into picking Arsenal players. What's going on? Ramsdale in front of Alisson. You know, and Ben White and Gabriel in front of Van Dijk and Matip. Oh, for goodness sake. You know, they have to have a Banyam up front apparently. And, for put it in the comments for me, Sammy. Timestamp it in the comments for me, fella. But yeah, it's just, it does my head in. It really does my head in with Arsenal. It's just, as I say, I like the club. I've got respect for the club itself. Domestically, they're the 3rd biggest team in our country, behind Liverpool, Man United. But it's just their fan base, and it's not all the fans. Like I said, Luca from Martinelli TV, he's a good bloke, and he's not like a lot of these Arsenal fans. Chaz, how are you? Hope you're well. Will Liverpool be resting first team players tomorrow? I'd hope so. Apparently in Klopp's pre-match today, he was saying that he's going to make a rotation. I'll be surprised. Look, no English club has won 6 out of 6 in a group game in their group, so we are going for that. But I mean, it don't really matter, does it? To be fair, I think Milan have got injury problems of their own, so they're not going to have a full strength 11. Yeah, I expect about 9 changes tomorrow. To be fair. I do think Salah will play, though. I think he'll play Salah, Origi and Minamino up front, probably. But Tyler Morton will probably play midfield, a young player, things like that. I'm a Liverpool fan, but the 3rd biggest team, we may know Liverpool, Arsenal. Well, if you go on trophies won, then Liverpool won one more trophy than Man United. So, but if you go on league titles, then Man United, I mean, Liverpool first, Man United second, Man United first. They're the 2 out of, but Arsenal are 3rd. But domestically, yes. But Chelsea fans will tell you they've won 2 European Cups and Arsenal have never won anything in Europe. So, but Arsenal have got a big supporter around the world, especially in America. They've got a lot of American fans. No, it's around 39 minutes we started talking about Arsenal. All right. Well, timestamp that for me, Sammy. Put it in the comments for me, because I will probably go back and have a look at that. But I had to get me Arsenal. Jazz, you missed my Arsenal rant. You might have liked that. I went mad on Arsenal just now, and it was fun. But yeah, Arsenal fans, they irritate me. But as I said, Luca at Martinelli TV, he's a good bloke, and you know, he talks well about Arsenal and that. Christopher Klopp wants that Champions League money, so he might go strong. Yeah, but in his pre-match, he did say he's going to make a lot of changes. So, but then changes can still be strong changes. We're not going to put the kids out per se. We're not going to do like Liverpool Villa when we was all in when we were playing the FIFA World Club Championships and we had to play Aston Villa 24 hours beforehand, and you just put all the under-19s in. I don't think it'll be that. I think it'll still be a strong team. It'll still be a strong team. Jazz United hadn't won at home in September. Everton hadn't won a game since September. Then Arsenal. It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh, Jazz, go back and look at me Arsenal rant. You might like it. You might like it. We need a point versus Inter tomorrow in top our group. Oh, is that Real Madrid? You'll probably get that. You'll probably get that. Sammy, what happened to Benzema? Did he get injured on the weekend? I heard he got an injury or something. He might go strong, Chris, but I think it'd be a strong team. It won't. I think they'll play Keller in goal. I don't think they'll play Allison. I think they'll play Keller in goal. Might as well do this preview now. He'll play Keller in goal. I think he'll play Nico at right back, Costas at left back. I mean, Simicast at left back is as good as a left back in a way, so that's strong. And I think they'll play Nat Phillips and Kanate at centre back because I don't think Joe Gomez will be fit enough to play. He's only just started training. So he might go Nat Phillips. Oh, I think he'll go Nat Phillips and Kanate at centre back. That's a decent back four. And then I think he'll go Tyler Morton to play in midfield. I think the Ox will play. And I think Milner will play. I think Milner, the Ox, and Tyler Morton in midfield. And then I think they'll play Salah, Origi, and Minamino. I think that'll be the attack. So it's still decently strong, and AC Milan have got injured players of their own, so But AC Milan will want to win because if AC Milan win, they go through. So should be a good game. He's injured, but he might be back for the weekend to play for that. Oh, okay, it's not too bad then. But he's missing the Champions League game. As you say, you're already through, aren't you? So it's only top in the group. Not that top in the group really matters. I don't think top in the group matters as much as people make out because amazing teams still finish runners up. It's not like you go have a crap team to play in the last 16 because the runners up are usually very good teams. So I don't think it matters. Nat to Bullet Ibra tomorrow. That'd be a good battle actually. About the same height, ain't they? About the same size. That'd be a good matchup. Arsenal fans channel stock has skyrocketed over the years. Ever since Arsenal started playing like these Arsenal fans channels low key likes this current Arsenal form. Yeah, I think you might be right there. Look, I can't knock AFTV. I mean, they got 1.5 million subscribers, for goodness sake. I think they're the biggest fan channel in the world, But I subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, and I'm not an Arsenal fan. The reason I subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, probably like a lot of other people do as well, is to go on there when Arsenal lose a game. Because when Arsenal lose a game, their ranting is hilarious. People like Ty and that, and they rant like nobody else, and it is entertaining to watch. So yeah, I know a lot of people that don't support Arsenal actually subscribe to AFTV to go over there and watch the game. And I think Robbie's a businessman at the end of the day, and he knows what he's doing. He's doing what he thinks is best for business. And yeah, would Arsenal Fan TV be as popular if they were winning every week? I don't think it would, because of the characters they have on that show. I mean, Ty is like the biggest character I've ever seen in my life. You would think he's a made-up person, but he's not. He is what he is, and it's hilarious. Sammy, it's worth it this year, bro. All the English teams I'm buying top their group. A lot of crap teams finished second this year. Yeah, that is a good point. I think PSG are going to finish runners up, so someone's going to play them. Watch Liverpool get PSG in the last 16. I know the names of almost all channel guys, like I know my Disney cartoon characters. Yeah, I know. I get what you mean. I do get what you mean. Yeah, like they're famous, ain't they? You know, DT. I mean, he's been on TV programs and television adverts and things like that. They're famous. You know, people know who they are. People talk about them on Sky Sports News for goodness sake and interview them. You know, they've become their own celebrities, and all good for them. They're making their money and they're doing a good living. But I just don't think it would be like that for them if Arsenal were firing. All right, DT was on I think it was a Sky Sports advert with yeah, was it Sky Sports advert or a betting advert or something like that? One Peter Crouch does. Yeah, DT's in that advert. Can't remember what one it was now. It was on telly the other day. But guys, that's it for me tonight. Go back and watch me Arsenal rant if you like. I had to get it out there, as I said, because you know their fans do me absolutely nutting, and yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day, guys. So that was me today. I will be back on Wednesday night, guys. Look out for me Wednesday night where I'll have my Liverpool AC Milan review. And you too, Jazz. Have a good night. Have a good night. And oh, I know you're a Man United fan. You came in here you came in here the other night. I know that. It's all good. It's all good. I don't mind other fans coming in here and having a chat, having a bit of banter, having a laugh. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm a genuine Liverpool supporter. I'm not one of these arrogant supporters. You know, I'll give everyone their due. I gave Man United their due today. They played really well against Crystal Palace. They look like Ralph Ragnick's got something going with them. And I already said, I think, you know, they keep like this, they're going to be a danger to a lot of teams. So, yeah, I'll always give the due to teams when they're doing well. I like a bit of banter. Like we can have a bit of banter because we're Liverpool, Man United fans. That's all fine. I don't mind a little laugh. It's all good. So you're all welcome on my channel. No worries about it. But as I say, Wednesday night I'll be back for the Liverpool AC Milan review. We'll talk the other Champions League games that's happened Tuesday and Wednesday night. And then I'll be back on Friday for the Liverpool Villa preview. And then Saturday night I'll be back on for my Saturday night show, which is my main show when we talk about the Saturday games and we talk about all the football in the week. And I sometimes put the call. I sometimes let you guys call in, have your say. It's my main show. Saturday nights is my main show. It's when we go for a good couple of hours. So that's me week, guys. You're rude. I don't have super chats yet, mate. I've got to get monetization first. Once I've got that, I will put them on. Don't you worry about that. So, guys, thank you very much. I will see you on Wednesday, guys. And thanks for coming out, guys. I really do appreciate it. So, thanks for subbing. Thanks for liking. And I will see you Wednesday. Enjoy your week, guys.